Right now, in gyms all over the world, two people are training side by side, and one of them is wasting their time. One grabs the heaviest weight in the room, grinds out 5 ugly reps, and grunts like he's arguing with gravity. The other grabs a light weight, does 30 reps until her arms are shaking, and questions every decision that led her to this moment. They both think they're right. They're both about to find out the truth, and it's not what either of them expects. Stick with me for the next few minutes, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how you should be training, and you'll never look at the weight rack the same way again. Today we're diving into something that's going to seriously level up how you think about your health. But before we jump in, if you're new here, smash that subscribe button and join the Human Circuitry TV fam. We drop real health content every week to help you look better, feel better, and live better. Trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming. All right, let's go. Part number 1, the argument that never dies. This debate has been running in gyms, forums, and comment sections for decades. Heavy versus light, powerlifters versus bodybuilders, ego versus burn. But here's something almost nobody tells you at the start of this conversation. Your muscles don't know what weight is on the bar. They don't see 20 kilos or 80 kilos. They don't read labels. Your muscle fibers respond to exactly one thing: tension, how hard they have to work, and for how long. That single fact is about to change how you see every set you've ever done. Part number 2, Team Heavy. The power players. Let's meet Team Heavy first. Picture the loudest corner of the gym, chalk dust in the air, plates slamming, someone's spine doing things spines shouldn't do. This is the world of 1 to 6 reps, heavy iron, short, brutal sets. And here's the thing, they're not wrong. When you lift heavy, your body has no choice but to call in its biggest, strongest muscle fibers immediately. The fast twitch fibers, the ones with the highest potential for growth and raw power. There's no easing in. It's all hands on deck from rep 1. Heavy training doesn't just build muscle. It reinforces your bones. It thickens your tendons. It rewires your nervous system to become almost frighteningly efficient at recruiting muscle. That's the real secret behind powerlifters moving weight that looks physically impossible. It was never magic DNA. It's a nervous system trained like a race car engine. Nothing wasted, everything firing at once. And the sets are short. 5 hard reps, and you're done. No burning lungs, no muscles screaming, no third life crisis mid-set. Sounds like the obvious winner, right? Not so fast, because heavy lifting has a price tag, and it's your joints that pay it. Every heavy rep sends enormous stress through your knees, shoulders, elbows, and spine. Recovery takes longer, rest periods stretch out, and try doing 5 rep lateral raises with heavy weight, and your shoulders will file a formal complaint. So if heavy is this powerful, why do some of the biggest, most sculpted people in the gym spend so much of their time lifting light? That question is about to break the whole debate wide open. Part number 3, Team Light, the underestimated underdogs. Enter Team Light, 12 to 30 reps, lighter loads. And the moment you mention it, somebody in the comments is already typing, "That's cardio, not real training." Except they're wrong. And science backs that up. Here's what actually happens. When you take a lighter weight close to failure, your body starts the same way, with the easy fibers first. But as those fibers fatigue, your body has no choice but to call in the exact same high threshold fibers that heavy lifting uses. Your body simply runs out of easy options and has to bring in the big guns anyway. That's why research consistently shows something that shocks most gym goers. Training close to failure with lighter loads can build just as much muscle as heavy loads. Read that again. It's the sentence that ends arguments and starts new ones. Light training also creates something heavy lifting rarely does. That deep burning pump, more blood flow, more swelling, more metabolic stress. It's not magic on its own, but it's one more signal your body uses to trigger growth. And your joints? They'll thank you. Light loads are perfect for lateral raises, curls, triceps work, calves, anywhere you want control, not chaos. But light training has its own price. Doing 25 painful reps takes serious mental toughness. Often your lungs give out before your muscles do, and if pure strength is your goal, lighter weights simply can't replicate the nervous system adaptations that heavy lifting builds. So now both sides have real science-backed advantages, which means the real question was never heavy or light. Part number 4, the truth nobody wants to hear. Here's where almost everyone gets it wrong. They ask, which one builds more muscle? Wrong question. Science says both can, as long as you train close enough to failure. The difference isn't the destination, it's the road. Heavy weight reaches maximum tension almost instantly. Lightweight builds up to that same tension slowly through fatigue. Different roads, same destination. But when it comes to how your body actually looks and performs, that's where smart training beats stubborn training. Heavy compound lifts, squats, deadlifts, bench press, rows, overhead press, build your foundation, your raw strength, your overall size. Lighter controlled isolation work, side delts, biceps, triceps, calves, rear delts, sculpts the details because those smaller muscles grow best when you can actually control the weight instead of throwing it toward the ceiling. This is exactly how the most advanced, most impressive physiques in the world are built. Not heavy only, not light only. Both on purpose with intention. Part number 5. What you should actually do. So let's make this simple. Stop asking heavy or light. Start asking one question before every workout. What am I actually trying to improve today? Want raw strength? Go heavy. 3 to 6 reps, longer rest. Focus on progressive overload week after week. Want muscle size? Combine both. Heavy compounds for your foundation, moderate to light isolation work pushed close to failure. Want endurance or joint-friendly training? Lean lighter, higher reps, more control. The smartest lifters in the world don't marry one rep range for life. They pick up whatever tool the job requires because nobody grabs a sledgehammer to tighten a screw. Unless you bought that barely used home gym off Facebook Marketplace, that's a different story. Before your next workout, don't ask, should I go heavy or light? Ask, what does today's goal require? Strength, lift heavy. Size, use both intelligently. Endurance, go lighter. The weight on the bar is just a tool. Effort is what actually makes it work. And here's the twist almost nobody talks about. Lifting weights doesn't actually build muscle. It only sends a signal. The real growth happens afterward while you're resting, eating, sleeping, recovering. If you want to know what actually builds the muscle after you leave the gym, that video is coming next, and you don't want to miss it. If this video just changed the way you think about your training, do 3 things right now. Hit like. It tells YouTube to show this to someone else who needs to hear it. Subscribe, because we're breaking down the biggest fitness myths every single week. Drop a comment. Tell me, are you team heavy or team light? Let's settle this in the comments, and if you know someone who's been stuck arguing about this in the gym for years, send them this video. It might just save them 6 months of wasted training. See you in the next one.